Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, Lucky's got a ginormous forehead right now. This is another episode of All Things Nerd from the Stream PC. Let's get into it. Lucky, you said a CPU came out or something you want to talk about, brother? Something that's not going to anger me. What was it? Something about a CPU?
Oh, not gonna anger. Okay.
Yeah, the CPU.
Yeah. I mean, there's a new top. There's a new the best CPU that was for gaming originally was the AMD Ryzen 7 7800 X3D. That was the best gaming CPU on the market. And recently they just released the Ryzen 7 9800. I think it was 9800 X3D, which is better than the 7800 X3D.
What's better about
it? Honestly, it's like, if I want to remember from the reports correctly, it was roughly like 20% better for gaming. So you get like, 30 more frames, 30 more FPS and such.
30 more is actually worth it. You know what I don't think is worth it?
It's going to piss me off.
10 frames for an extra. How much is it for a PS5 Pro? I'm just saying, like, that's it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. By the way, if you're wondering, this is the topic that was going to piss Aztecan off. I just wanted to jump right into it. But
I wanted to work my way to it, okay?
Nope, we're diving in, bud.
I thought it was a good workaround.
All right, guys. Everybody knows the PS5 Pro has officially released. And what we're seeing all over the internet is people testing it out. And what we're finding is you're getting 1 to 3 times 5 more frames per second on games like God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Call of Duty. Call of Duty was actually the highest. I think it was at like 6 more frames per second, which for FPS nerds, great. It's amazing. But they weren't finding any additional quality, any additional anything. And everybody's been ripping it apart because it's an $800 console versus the is it 600? Because it's like $599, ain't it? For disc version,
it's 700, isn't it?
No, for the regular.
He's talking about
the regular one. Yeah, $599.
It's $599. So everybody's wondering, is it worth all that extra? To some people it might be, but what everybody was angry about, okay, is that they weren't getting the more frames. Okay, and the graphics didn't seem to be producing much more graphically on their computers. I don't remember the words here. Somebody help me. PlayStation tweeted out and emailed out that they are aware of this. They basically, I'm going to sum it up in our language. They said, chill, guys. It just came out. We haven't put the updates out for those games yet. It's coming. That's basically summarized of what they said. So basically, they're aware that they put the PS5 out, the Pro out, but they weren't ready to run it at Pro level, okay? So basically, updates and installments will be coming for all those old games, but any new game that comes out should already have that update available. So like for those of us waiting for Ghost of Yotai to come out, when it comes out, it'll be ready. So right now, you're just getting your hands on the console to already have it. I already have one. It's sitting right here.
I'm so tired of it, guys, where they don't release like a fully cooked thing. Like, why? Why do I have to wait after release date?
But
why do you have to Why do you have to wait? But you're not getting medium rare right now. Medium rare is edible. You can enjoy it. It's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Right now, you're getting a fucking mooing ass cow. Like it's you can go get the steak off of. You can buy it still eating.
I do love cows,
but it ain't a steak yet. Like,
all right. Well,
I mean, their biggest thing was that they were like 240 FPS. All right, 4K 60 guaranteed.
Listen, the update hasn't released yet. Okay, the update hasn't released yet.
8K 60 on certain games.
On release is the key thing that was supposed to happen, though. Yeah. Like you buy it, it's supposed to be plug and play.
Okay, so
like you're good to go. It ain't.
Right. We're trying to get my blood boiling. It's not going to work. Listen, all right, $200 extra for this console. That eventually will have the free update. It's going to be free. two
happens.
run better. Okay, how much is this
Yeah.
new CPU you're talking for? 20 extra FPS. How much is this new CPU? Yeah, no. How many thousands of dollars?
He
Sir?
said,
Actually, sir, my CPU was a lot. My new CPU was a lot. I got $2,500 into it, but I went from 100 frames, 100 FPS to 250 FPS constant on ultra settings.
But how much was it?
2,500.
So that's worth it.
Yes,
Okay.
because I can also do
So if we did
other things.
if we did some math, other worldly nerds help me out.
If we're gonna do this,
If you did
if we're
math.
gonna do this, PCs can be used for so much more than that paperweight you got back there that doesn't do much more than your last paperweight you got. Okay.
Hey,
I mean, if we,
this one
if
is
we really wanna
considerably
get down
lighter.
to it, I can play all of your PS5 games on my PC as well,
That's Spider-Man
and
2.
it would handle
And look better.
It will run it at 250 FPS.
Not Ghost of
guaranteed.
Yotai the first year that it's out.
There's ways around it. I'm not gonna say how.
if there's a will, there is a way.
I'm just saying,
So,
guys,
what is the price on the PS5 Pro again?
$799.
$799.
Okay, so for $800, you could buy you could build a PC that I think could rival that PS5
Yes.
Pro
Yes.
and be able to do more with it. So why would I, as a consumer, invest that money into a console which is going to become obsolete eventually? It's
don't
gonna
know.
happen.
I-
Instead of
mainly-
just buying
This
the
is not me
PC
just
and
trying
upgrading over
to ride PlayStation over here.
You were definitely riding hard though.
$800.
Mhm.
The PlayStation 5 can run Black Ops 6. For $800,
Yes.
you're going to tell me you can get a PC that's going to rival
If
the
you build it,
PS5 and
yes.
running. What GPU are
Ops
you putting in
6?
there? What CPU are you putting in there for $800?
4060 8 GB.
For
4060
$800.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are smoking, but you need to
Things are a
start
lot
sharing, bro.
cheaper. Things are a lot cheaper than
way.
you think. If you go to like a Micro Center and you get some of these open box deals that they have, you can build a PC so freaking cheap. Like I watch YouTube videos all the time that is their goal, to build a PC as cheap as they can. Like they give themselves a budget and figure out how good of a PC they can get for that price. And for like that $800 price point, they're usually getting like 4060s, 4070s, as well as a CPU that goes with it, power supplies, cases, all of it. And it's running games without an issue. Like I'm talking games that would normally break smaller PCs. They're getting like 100 frames easy.
So
He is a
I'm
child.
not saying that I doubt that $800 PC could figure it out. I'm sure there's some fancy YouTuber out there, somebody that doesn't have a life, that took the time out to put all these parts together, figure out how to make the perfect PC to run COD at max settings at $800. But what I'm saying is like the average Joe, which is typically who buys the PlayStation, they ain't got time for all that, right? But you're seeing, I think, more consistently in the gaming world, especially if we're talking COD specific right now, or any other high FPS game, is a lot of those dads who go to work all day, they come home, they get their ass kicked, they're hearing, oh, well, if you had an edge controller with back paddles, you're going to do better. Oh, if you had a monitor instead of a TV, you're going to do better. So they're slowly buying stuff to do better, just because they're like, I'm tired of working all day and getting my ass kicked. Let me get some of the stuff to keep up with everybody else, which is becoming
Technically,
pretty common.
They're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, if
And
you
they're
got
not
if you got a
off.
TV, if you got an old TV that maxes out at 60 hertz, then yeah, you're at a disadvantage.
I mean, even these 4K like smart TVs aren't keeping up with the monitor. Like
No.
I know everybody wants them to, but there's a couple out there that can be pretty competitive with a low grade monitor, but there's no way, But a lot of the stuff is like, even if your eyes are capable of seeing it, doesn't mean you've trained your eyes to see the difference. Like it takes time.
It's just a business. They're trying to sell things
Exactly.
and make money. That at the end of the day, that's all it is.
So
And they know their audience.
So while you guys may be right, and there probably is a way to build your fancy PC at $800 to compete with my PlayStation Pro. At the end of the day, the PlayStation is going to win that one. Thanks to all the hardworking dads out there that don't got
Why would
time
a
to
hardworking
build a
dad spend an
PC.
extra $200 and something for a limited increase in FPS whenever you just said it's probably not going to help them at all?
Right.
The only reason why I could see somebody staying with a console is because it's a lot more simple than having to deal with PC problems. You know, consoles are plug and play, update, download, go.
So that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
about like the hardworking dad is they're not going to sit down and try to learn the PC and learn how to update it, you know, so and update drivers and do all this. When you turn the PlayStation on, it's like, hey, there's an update, and you're like, damn, I got to wait 30 minutes to play my game. They'd rather do that, you know.
Mhm.
And again,
I
I'm
don't
not
argue with
vouching
that.
for anybody to drop their current PlayStation and go get the Pro right now because like you said, it's absolutely pointless right now. You know, but the price is not going to go down. This is
Well,
not. Like,
Well, we can
They
revisit
will eventually.
this.
They always do.
If
When
they
the
do
6 comes out.
update, if the PS5 Pro, you know, if Sony does the updates and everything goes all hunky dory, we'll come back to it. Because I'm
That's a big
he
if.
said, then
Big
I'll have
if.
a
I did say
$600 PC.
Well, we were just
Yeah.
talking a little while ago. If you go AMD, you can build one of these PCs that are just hellaciously good for the same price you would do that. And you'd have something that can do way more. Now, do I understand that a lot of people like plug and play stuff? Sure. I used to be a console guy. I'm an Xbox guy, love Xbox, which now Xbox is
First
turning
problem.
more in. Excuse you, shut the hell up. Anyways, Xbox is turning more into a PC now than it is a console anyway.
Yeah.
But whenever I was doing it, I had an Xbox 360, I had an Xbox One, like the old black one that you used to get whenever you first got them.
OG, yeah.
Yeah, I had all of those. Like
The
I had
big ass
PlayStation
logo on the
back in
top of
too.
it.
Yes, yes, sir. So I understand the ease of plug and play. Like everyone enjoys easy things. I mean, that's why certain people are popular too. But that's besides the point.
Heyo.
But I feel like as a hardworking person, you should invest your money wisely. So getting something that you can improve upon later is just a smarter thing to do. And anybody can learn how to do it. If I can learn how to mess with my PC, you can too.
Right.
It's not something that you're going to learn overnight, but there's this academy that I went to. It's called YouTube. They got a lot of
University,
good
actually.
classes. Yeah, they got a lot of good classes there.
Honestly, building a PC is like Legos for adults. I mean, everything has a certain place that it
Very
goes.
expensive, scary Legos.
You can't be quite as forceful.
Right.
Be careful
Yeah.
putting in your RAM sticks, please.
Hopefully, you never have a situation where you step on this one.
That would be bad. That would be bad. Probably hurt you a little bit more, but more like here and
Yeah.
where your wallet is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
over here on the right cheek.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend using the money that you would invest in something like this into a PC that can do more things because
Yeah.
you can also plug and play on a PC pretty good. It's not that complicated. It's just a couple updates here every once in a while. And you want to know a secret? All you do an update on a PC, you go in a little search bar, type update, and it says check for updates. Click it.
Right. Yeah, I
There
mean,
you go.
obviously, I have PC as well, and obviously, I'm going to vouch for that as well. But for the plug-in players, this is an amazing upgrade for them once the updates come out. Okay. But I definitely think like the longevity of the PC, like you guys are saying, is better because I mean, there's still guys running, their 1080 Ti's or whatever, and simple updates to those, or have them still kind of keeping up. I've got the 3080 over here. I'm running COD just fine. The 4080 guys are running just fine. the next level is coming out. What I will say is I'm pretty happy to see that a lot of the tech that's been coming out has been at a competitive price. Like it's not, new things not dropping and it's $5,000 when everything else is running around 2 right now. It's coming out and it's like, 25, 3 max, it's staying within a competitive range. So it's got me really hopeful for when the 5,000 series comes out. So, right? That's what's coming out, the 5?
The 50s, the 50 series.
The 50 series, my bad.
Well,
So
same concept.
that has me hopeful that we'll see some price droppage in the 3080s and the 440 series.
Well, we're finally getting away from the COVID price gouging that was happening, and the shortages that were happening from like the cryptocurrency mining and everything that was
the scalpers.
Right. Yeah, so
everybody buying everything off the shelf and then trying to resell it for a ridiculous price. Which, by the way, they're failing at doing that with the PS5 Pro. By the way.
What do you mean?
Scalpers have been buying the crap out of PS5 Pros and trying to resell them, but they can't because they have a bunch of stores have a bunch of them in stock.
Yeah.
So they're having trouble
so
reselling.
They're taking
them.
losses on them. Yeah. I love it. Love to hear it.
It's awesome.
Well, they had
what
to
I
figure
will
out how
say,
not to have an issue like they did whenever the PS5 came out to begin with. So
what I will say is this is by no means going to be, is, or ever will be a political podcast, but we will have a new president moving into office soon, who makes claims about how, they're going to be charging overseas certain ways, taxations and things like that. So we could be seeing a slight increase in some of the gadgets that we're talking about pretty soon, just because of trade issues and money and all that. So I think that's something to also keep an eye out on. Maybe there's going to be like a golden period here in the next couple of months where it's like, oh freak, we need to buy up all of this. I'm hoping the scalpers will get onto that where they're like buying up all the 40 series and 50 series become like hard and impossible to get, super expensive, and then you're still stuck trying to get a scalped or gouged 40 series. That's what I'm fearful of right now. Just because you never know how everything's going to go, without getting into all that side of like what the details of all that stuff is. It's just like, if we raise the tax over there, that's going to come from the consumer's pocket. It's not going to come from anywhere else. Prices will raise. We still want what we want. Yeah. There you go. Thank you. We still want what we want. We're still going to get what we want for those of us that can afford it and, are in a good place in life. And the rest of us who are struggling and scraping are going to be like, well, I guess we're waiting till next year.
You'll probably end up getting a lot more American made products from that reason. Because if they're made obviously here, they don't have those things happening, right? So there are some different like 40 series things that are made in the States that won't be affected by that. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that affects the market a little bit when it comes to building PCs, and
hopefully your $800 PC is no longer in existence for my argument's sake.
No, it'll be. I would pay an extra $200 to get a PC that I can upgrade versus a PlayStation that will eventually fizz out because
that's basically what I was just trying to get into is you spend like to me like the minimum that makes like that's justifiable is like $2,500. You spend that on a good PC, you're good. I mean, my stream PC has now been through 2 different generations of consoles, and it's still going to be putting up the same numbers. So, so if I would have, technically I bought 3 consoles now, right? We had actually 4, because we had the 4, the Pro, the 4 Pro, the 5. Now we have the 5 Pro.
It's so I've got 4. Like they keep taking you over money.
Dang it! Hey, at least it looks really good on the shelf back there.
Yeah.
At this point, it just becomes a very expensive collector's item.
In 3 or 5 years, the PS4 Pro will be up there too.
You mean the 5?
PS5 Pro.
PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
Well,
because that is a PS4 Pro.
The 6 might be up there too. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously PC is going to be king. I'm not delusional, but there ain't nothing wrong with this PlayStation 5 Pro. It's amazing, and I love it, and I like the smell. It's still got that open box smell.
Right now, there's a lot wrong with it.
It's really nice.
right
maybe
now it has problems. Hopefully they fix those problems.
yeah, maybe whenever they release that update and it actually does what they say it's going to do, it'll be justifiable. I
As
don't
a
know if that
simple
price point's
man,
justifiable in general for me
Has
though.
Xbox even like announced anything new
yeah,
recently?
they announced that they're
I
not
don't-
doing anything.
Yeah, I don't think they're planning on
Yeah.
doing console right now.
Sounds
Yeah.
like PS5 is better then.
Sounds like
Nah.
every PC you have is pretty much an Xbox. They all come loaded
What?
with an Xbox Suite.
That was confusing for me when I first got my PC. I was like, why do I have Xbox Game Bar on here? The fuck?
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Yeah. You know, but as a
They,
simple man, what I did enjoy was how all I had to do was take an Ethernet cord, plug it to the back of the Pro, plug it to the back of the 5, and they just fucking communicated on
Transfer.
their own, man. They were just like, hey, I got it. You know, because this bad boy comes with 2 terabytes automatically. So I guess that would have been another good sales point. Is like it has 2 terabytes, which if you buy a regular PlayStation for the the $599, you're spending $200 for 2 more terabytes of. So it's the same price theoretically. I'm just saying, if you wanted to,
you technically have to have 2 terabytes at least now minimum because Call of Duty is almost a terabyte by itself.
terabyte by itself.
Bro, I can't deal with games that are just that big for no reason.
I was about to say
Why?
the GTA streamer over here is going to tell us how bad
Arc
space
was
is.
You know how
like
much smaller
700
GTA is
gigs.
than that? Oh my god. Yeah, Arc is huge.
Yeah,
Fucking massive. I don't have that installed anymore.
yeah.
It hurt my soul every time I downloaded it because I'm like, it's taking up so much storage for no reason. I mean, at least Arc has, different worlds and stuff, and it's like the
Right.
size of them
It's
makes sense, I
justifiable.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
It has a
COD
replay
is
value.
the same maps you've had for many, many years. There's a couple extra maps, right? They also obviously added new stuff.
Hey, you got reskinned, okay?
But it's like smaller areas, a few different more maps. There's guns and people that you can play as.
Hey, man. Hey,
Why does that take
Hey,
so
man.
much space on your hard drive?
BO6 released with 8 new and original maps. Okay, I don't want to hear that. I don't hear that.
Cool.
We just got our first
and
old
all
map.
of those maps can fit in a quarter of an Arc map. So
And all of
That's
those
fine.
maps, except for like one, is actually
Okay, but you're missing out on
Yeah.
the descriptive detail.
isn't
Okay,
Nuketown
You
the
can
only
s-
one
okay,
everyone's
listen.
playing right now?
you can see the folds in the paper. Okay, like it's detail you're missing out on, right?
I saw a
Yeah, pretty
streamer
much everybody's on
yesterday.
Nuketown right now. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. I saw a streamer yesterday complaining, like he had his shaders loading and it was still loading everything at like the highest ultra graphics. So you were watching his stream like stuttering and stuttering and stuttering as it was trying to go because for some reason it was still trying to load everything on ultra even though the shaders weren't loaded in yet.
Yeah,
So it was the
the-
most difficult thing to
Bro.
watch.
those shaders
what
were
is this?
such an annoyance the first couple of
Look.
days, bro.
I don't know who keeps taking my shaders from Black Ops 6, but they need to fucking stop. Like, they only need to download fucking once. Jesus Christ.
You know, one of my best memories of watching Sauce play Ark, he's like in this like suit like area. It was rough on his PC. Like it had like leaves moving and it had water next to him, like with the waves. And then he got some kind of special thing hit where like his character was like pooping for like 20 minutes. And like his whole PC was just like, we can't handle this. Stop.
It was a lot. It was a lot going on.
You just watch the frames literally tearing. You're just like, oh my god, this poor soul. And then
And they
next thing,
broke
like
it.
everything froze. And then like what, a minute later, all of a sudden he's like waking up and he's like, how the fuck did I die?
Yep.
Oh
It was
fuck.
definitely one of those things.
I was like, yeah, that's worth it. That's worth every moment.
My gosh.
Oh shit.
I have a theory though. I think I've heard this theory said before, but I think that they make COD games as big as possible just so you can't download any other games.
Yeah, I can't say it was confirmed, but it's
So it's mostly just bloated fucking files.
There
Yeah.
was a guy that I used to play with who was like one of the devs for Activision, and he worked on the team and stuff, and he told me that.
Yeah.
But I can't confirm off of just what he said.
Yeah. I think they also try to rectify that a little bit because now they made it to where you can uninstall the campaign, you can uninstall zombies, you can uninstall multiplayer if you're only playing Warzone. Well, you can uninstall all these parts of it to help your storage space. So I feel like if they were doing that, you know, I feel like they were like, all right, we got caught. Let's go ahead and try to put a little oopsie daisy fix in there, you know. Yeah, I mean, I personally, I was excited. I got my Pro. It came with 2 terabytes. So I took my 2 terabyte stick out of my old one, put it in there. So I'm like, I got fucking 4 terabytes. Like, I'm ultimate power over here, dude. I'm pretty
You
excited.
have 4
about
whole
it.
COD games.
That's what I'm saying, man. I go back and forth, play some old ones, you know. Even though we completely moved over to PC for COD, we don't even got COD over here. I literally, I'm looking at it right now. I have Fortnite for some reason. I have Madden and I have NBA 2K. Like, that's all I got right now.
And name which one of those games you need an extra 10 to 15 FPS for.
Madden.
Whatever that actually fixes it.
I like to see the grass move when my cleats move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you want to see the little flecks of grass go up. Huh?
I want to see the little turf particles flying up. You know?
And that's all you need. That's all you
Hey,
need.
honestly, dude, whenever Ghost of Tsushima came out on PC, like I've already platinumed it on PlayStation, but I bought it and replayed it on PC just so I can see it in 4K. Like, the game is just
That's a big difference.
Beautiful. It's so beautiful, dude.
God, he's gonna make me spend money. God.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't bought it and played it already.
I've been trying to contain myself, but now with the announcement of Yotai, I don't think I will.
He said, I don't think I can hold back anymore.
I don't think I can. Because we got to run back to the story one more time, even though we just did it earlier this year.
Well, I mean, if you run through the story, you got to run through it twice because there's 2 separate endings.
Yeah. Who cares?
Are you having like a Mariah Carey moment right now?
Who's that?
Mariah Carey. You don't know who Mariah Carey is. Well,
all I want for Christmas is you.
The it's
You were too high. Your mic cut.
That's because I can't do it.
Your mic said,
but it's the it's time thing. Like she sings, "It's time."
Oh no,
and it's fine.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. You failed me.
I hope you get destroyed in the clips. Who's Mariah Carey? Yeah, I hope you get destroyed in the clips.
That's wild to say who's Mariah Carey, especially at this time of year.
Look,
like this is the time where she's thaws out of her ice prison.
Right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
It's too late. The damage is done. It's recorded. I'm clipping it. I'm making sure that clip exists.
Mariah Carey's like followers are gonna come after you. Like they're gonna tie you to a Christmas tree, and at the end of the season, they're gonna burn you, man. That's how it works.
Damn, that sounds nice.
You get roasted. It'd be nice.
Boom, roasted.
I've been roasted plenty of times.
Different kind of roasting. Different kind of roasting.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'd rather deal with the Mariah Carey mob than the Swifties, all right? So you're fine. You're cool. You're okay.
What if it's a combination of them? Oh my God.
They say, hurry, like say something bad about Taylor Swift. I'm recording right now.
I ain't saying shit.
He says, I ain't that brave. I ain't that brave. No.
He said, I only got 2 bracelets, but they know about that. Look at her. Okay, Puffy the Dragon. Yeah. Well, boys, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. CPUs, PS5 Pros. What a nerdy content.
PC is king.
PC Master king. Race.
Huh? PC does what?
PC Master Race.
PC Master Race.
Yeah, it's not what I heard. All right, much love, everybody. The nerds are out of here with the Stream PC. Peace.